Welcome to Arguing Art. I'm Adam Sterner, and this is Micah Luke. In our continuing series on some primer questions about art, we are going to be discussing the difference between conceptual and factual elements of art.
All right, welcome to this episode or this discussion on conceptual versus factual elements in art. Probably sounds kind of complicated, and you know what? Don't worry, because actually it is complicated, so you're right.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're saying is that there are conceptual elements of a work of art, and there are factual elements. And it's really not so much in the work of art, but in our discussion of the work of art. So we'll start with the conceptual, because this is the one that's kind of difficult to understand. Say Adam does something really stupid. Again, I think that makes me angry. I say, Adam, I'm angry. He hears that I'm angry. Mm-hmm. He thinks Mike is angry. Now, just in that one statement, we have a breakdown in communication.
Yes.
It's inherent. My concept of angry is different than his concept of angry. We use the same label, but it's still two different things. Now, you could take that then and apply it to art, where if I paint angry, and then you look at it and you see angry, and you say, that makes me feel angry. My concept of angry is different from your concept of angry. So even then, we still have that discrepancy. Adam comes along and looks at it and says, yes, that also makes me feel angry. And that's a third concept of angry that gets introduced into this whole mix.
Does that all come from the varying degrees of anger that someone can have?
Yeah.
Kind of their ideal sense of anger, whether it's Hulk mad kind of angry, or if it's more, you really did something that annoyed me today, and I'm kind of torqued off at you right now.
Yeah, I mean, degrees of angry. Some people can be like a depressed angry. Some people can be an enraged angry.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same. It's not just angry, obviously. I mean, it's happy, it's sad, it's...
Okay.
all the different types, all the different emotions are all questionable.
So it's just like Havel's A Word About Words, where you have kind of your ideal meaning of angry, and I have an ideal meaning, Micah has an ideal meaning, so you get into the painting, you look at the ideal meaning of each person, and you're not thinking about the same thing.
Right.
Or it's unlikely that you are.
And the thing is, it's so contextual, too. What you think of angry when, after you just got into a big fight with your mom or whatever, versus what you think of an angry after you just got a girl's phone number, or a guy's phone number for that matter. Even then, that's two different concepts of angry, just because of the context of when you're thinking about it.
So you're angry when you get someone's phone number?
No.
You're angry when they don't answer and it was a fake number?
No, it depends on the phone number. There's been a couple phone numbers I got where I just wish I didn't have. Can I slide that back to you? But yeah, I mean, that's basically what conceptual elements are in art.
Well, and the other side of the coin, the factual elements in art, it's exactly what it sounds like. There are things that there's no question about what this means. Or not what it means, but what it is.
What it is.
If you have three elements in a painting, three of them sitting there, there's no question that there are three elements there. But if you have, so that's the factual meaning. But if you have each of those elements be a cross.
Oh, yeah, that pulls in some ambiguity to the meaning then.
Yep, it pulls in symbolism. So there are forms of symbolism that aren't generally regarded as ambiguous. Like a dog in a painting would almost always mean loyalty.
Fidelity. Yeah, that's what...
But a color can mean something completely different. In America, the color yellow is generally related to cowardice. But in Japan, it's equated with heroics. So symbolism can create that large of a difference.
So it's a fact that it's yellow. It depends on the context of the piece, what it means, or what it stands for, what it symbolizes. And what it symbolizes, even when you know that it's supposed to symbolize cowardly, even that has multiple meanings. Just because I think differently of cowardly than Adam does, than you do, than the guy that's looking over your shoulder right now does,
So you would summarize then factual elements are the ones that there's no question other than what they are.
Right.
They're the fact that it is the color yellow. The
Yep.
fact that they are 3 elements in the
Yep.
painting. And conceptual elements are...
much more the meaning or what it symbolizes. And the big thing to worry about here, to be wary of, is when we discuss art, making sure that we're discussing the concepts of themselves, or the concepts in and of themselves, as opposed to the labels.
Okay.
It's tricky. It's not easy. It really isn't an easy thing to... I mean, it can even be a difficult concept to get your head around in the first place. So,
and it's really all just so that you're on the same page as
Yep.
you're discussing, which helps you get further along.
Yep. Yeah, so hit us up. Let us know what your take on ambiguous meaning in art, ambiguous words, the misadventures of labeling, all that fantastic stuff. If you're checking us out on YouTube or Vimeo, make sure to come to arguingart.com. It is where the meat of the conversation is happening. And you can leave us comments and we'll get back to you wherever you're at. But we really want you to come to the website so that we can have one big conversation and
connect you with other people who are also
Exactly.
interested in art.
So thanks for watching. That was our discussion on conceptual elements versus factual image versus factual elements. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.